Hello, today I'm going to read Let's Power Up. Ouch! That hurt, Red Kangaroo cries. Dr. Chris, can you tell me why I sometimes get shocked when I touch something made of metal? That shock happens because of electricity, Dr. Chris replies. Electricity is what causes lightning, and it turns on the lights in your home. I know about electricity, says Red Kangaroo. It also comes out of the outlet in the wall. My mom says I should never put anything inside it because that would be dangerous. Your mom is right, Dr. Chris says. Safety first. Electricity exists because of two things called protons and electrons. An electron has one negative charge and a proton has one positive charge, says Dr. Chris. I know about these, Red Kangaroo says. Positive likes positive. No, negative likes negative. Oh, I can't remember. Here's a little trick to help you remember. Think opposites attract, Dr. Chris says. This means that electrons and protons will always want to be near each other. But electrons will push away other electrons, and protons will push away other protons. So positive likes negative, and negative likes positive. That's easy. Protons like to stay in one place, and electrons like to move around, Dr. Chris continues. Sometimes electrons move by flowing through something. Like water flows through the tap or a hose? Asks Red Kangaroo. Yes, just like that, Dr. Chris replies. The movement or flow of the charges is what makes electricity. Electrons flow in a loop. The outlet in the wall has two holes that are there to break the loop and stop the flow of electrons. The loop closes when you plug in an electric cord, and then the light can turn on, says Red Kangaroo. That explains why I shouldn't play with an outlet. But what about the shock I got while closing the door? Don't worry, I'm getting to that, says Dr. Chris. Sometimes too many electrons can stick to you. This gives you a negative charge. Uh-oh, Red Kangaroo says. Am I going to get an electric shock? Not if the temperature is warm, says Dr. Chris. The electrons will move off you because warm air has more moisture or water in it. Water is a conductor, just like the metal wires hidden in electric cords. I thought a conductor controlled train engines, Red Kangaroo says. That's a different type of conductor, Dr. Chris says. This type of conductor is anything that lets electric current flow easily. What happens to the electrons if there is no conductor? Asks Red Kangaroo. Then the electrons won't be able to move, Dr. Chris says. The opposite of a conductor is an insulator. Wood, plastic, and rubber are all examples of insulators that stop electrons from moving. That explains why I don't get a shock when I pick up an electric cord, says Red Kangaroo. It's covered in plastic that keeps the electrons safely inside, but I can get a shock if I touch metal. Yes, but it's not exactly that simple, Dr. Chris says. An insulator works kind of like filling a cup with water. If I keep pouring and pouring and pouring... Oh no, Red Kangaroo exclaims. Water spills out. Exactly. An insulator can only hold the electrons until there is too much, says Dr. Chris. The electrons are free to flow out of the insulator when too many build up, just like the water did in the cup. Zap. Cold air is a good insulator because it is so dry, says Dr. Chris. So the electrons that stick to me build up instead of moving away. And since they have nowhere to go, they keep building and building on my body. Uh-oh, now your body has a large negative charge, Dr. Chris, says Red Kangaroo. Ouch, cries Dr. Chris. It looks like I need to teach you about electric charges, Dr. Chris, says Red Kangaroo. Glossary. A current, the movement of electric charges. Electricity, a word used to describe all the things affected by charges. Conductor, a material that allows electric charges to move through it like copper wire. Electron, a fundamental particle that carries one negative charge. Insulator, a material that prevents charges from moving through it like plastic. Proton, a particle that lives in the nucleus of an atom and carries one positive charge. Shock, a sudden movement of electric charges through a part of your body. Let's see. There's one more. One idea. There we go. Test it out. Bending water. You can do this. You will need a plastic straw, a paper towel, and a sink. Turn on the tap so that you get a small but consistent stream of water flowing out. Fold the paper towel in half twice and then around the straw. Stroke the paper towel on the straw 10 times. Don't touch the end you stroked. Move the straw toward the stream of water. It shouldn't need to touch the water, just get close to it. Record what happens. Now let the straw touch the stream of water and then move it away and close again. Did the stream of water change from step 4? Why do you think this happened? Push and pull of electricity. Use the same straw and paper towel. You will need one extra straw and a bottle of water or something to balance the straw on. Balance the second straw on top of the water bottle. Stroke the paper towel on the straw 10 times as before. Slowly bring the straw close to one edge of the straw, balancing on the bottle. Watch what happens as you move the straw around the balanced one. Is there a push or pull? Rub the straw that was being balanced with the paper towel 10 times and place it back on the bottle. Repeat step 4. Okay. So there's your science lesson, boys and girls. Have a great day. Bye.